How old are they?
5 and 8.
But 5 and 8 is perfect, man, because they will actually remember this. Like
Yeah.
this is something they will clock.
Yeah.
And the magic of that is going to be, and 5 and 8 are such good age.
It's fun age. It's fun. They're really fun dudes. My 5-year-old's so reactive.
Yeah.
He's so like, he hits the table, the fucking table. And we're like,
whoa,
Jesus.
He goes fucking table?
Yeah, he does. And whenever I'm like, hey, she's like, where do you think he gets that from? Like,
Disney. Those are Disney
she's
shows.
Like, he is you.
No.
T. And I'm like, no. She's like, you have explosive reactions to things. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But
oh no.
Yeah. The other day he goes, like that. And I was like, what? He goes, you're a shithead. He goes, I go, what? He goes, my brother's a moron, mom's a shitbag, and I'm an asshole. And I go, what? And then he started to repeat it. He goes, shithead, moron, shitbag, asshole. I'm like, bro. And he was just like, he just stumbled on a discovery. It was like.
What I like about that is it did seem like an epiphany.
Yeah.
Like prior to that, he might have thought, Dad's a scholar. My brother is a compassionate and interesting playmate, and Mom is a saint.
But no.
Wait. No, wait. Hold on. I've got something here. Yeah. Shithead. Moron.
Yeah. And he really reacts to like.
That's a mantra, though. Is that now? Is he keeping on that? Is that
he didn't get it wrong once after he said it for the rest of the night, and I was like, dude, you gotta stop talking like this. But he's the one who like the 8-year-old. Because you have kids, you're like. One of them will be like so like he's so polite. Like he's really actually listens. If I go, that's enough. You got to get in bed.
Yeah.
He really is like,
right.
okay, yeah. And he gets him. And the 5-year-old, he just resists so hard. And I was like telling him, I was like, get in bed. And it was just repeat. And I was like, you know what? Tomorrow, you're not gonna have any treats. You're not gonna be able to watch any. And he goes, you fuck. And I go, and I start to like, he goes, and then I've never heard this combination of words. He goes, you nervous bitch. And I had to grab my mouth, And I was like, I've never heard anybody call somebody a nervous bitch. But it made me laugh, and I just was like, get in bed now. And I couldn't.
How do you, and you can't punish.
I know.
It's too funny.
And I hear him in his bed. He's like, nervous bitch.
When are you going to be called into school for that meeting with the teacher where she says to you, your son called me a nervous bitch. and where did he get that? And you have to go, I don't know. I'm just a shithead. Ask him. He'll tell you.
And she is a fucking shitbag.
She's a fucking shitbag. Yeah. And I know you're not going to ask my brother, the moron.
He's just a little asshole.
Exactly.
So, what's amazing to me is I was like, how's his language with like, how's cursing? And they're like, excuse me?
Cursing.
They're like, he's the most well-behaved, which is actually a good sign because it tells you that your kid knows that in a certain setting, they have to behave a certain way. So he feels comfortable enough to call me a fuck at home, but he knows that in school or in public, he's like, you don't address other people. So that's nice.
I'm sure knowing that makes you less of a nervous bitch.
Yeah, it does.
More confident bitch.
A more relaxed bitch, for sure. Yeah.
They really do. I always found with the kids, some of it is anxiety when they're not with you.
Yeah.
Like they trust you completely.
Yes.
Like you'll protect them. You're the guy. But if not, they know like that person is generally the size of my father, maybe a little smaller, maybe a little bigger, whatever. If I ingratiate myself to that person, I'm safe in this environment of hooligans because I'm sure he's in with hooligans.
For sure. Yes. And yeah, it's a whole different.
When did he kick in with the profanity? At what age?
4.
Really?
Yeah. And the funny thing was, as you know more than I do, these things evolve. You think your kid is this.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I remember like when he hit 2, you're expecting terrible 2s. And we were like, this kid's just like a little angel. Like
It's a dream.
He was just like, hi. Just a sweet kid. And then when he was turning like from 3 to 4, he just got all fired up. Like really fired up about stuff. And like, we were like, oh, this guy is not, and he started to get a little more dramatic, a little more, he's more performative with his feelings, you know?
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, okay. So it's always evolving.
Trying shit out. He's trying shit out.
Bert and Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call 2 bears, 1 cave.